Hey, this is Ren Money Game Part 3, and I have only recently become aware of Ren. I have seen him on TikTok in a hospital gown. And it was a horrible song about a woman getting murdered, and he says that the devil comes to dance. And it's so catchy but so heartbreaking at the same time, and lyrically, like, he's just, you could tell this guy is talented. So I wanted to check out his YouTube, and it looks like one of his newer releases is called Money Game Part 3, and I have not seen Money Game Part 1 or 2. But this is a newer release and it seems really popular, so I wanted to check it out. And I want to see if I'm going to like it as much as I like that song I saw him sing on TikTok. I'm excited about him as an artist. This is just keeping you guessing at like every single turn. Like, I have no idea what's going on, but in a really delightful way.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. 1 year old and his first words were mine, mine, gimme. 2 years old he was walking, 3 years old walking quickly. 4 years old he was running round the pavements of his city. 5 years old and his daddy told him, listen here son, you gotta learn to be a man. A man, he works for what he wants. 6 years old and he's reading, writing, top of the bunch. And when he's 7, his progression made him student number 1. 8 years old and he's praised for unusual grades. 9, his parents paid for private school to nurture the flame. 10, 11, 12, 13, he ascends and ascends. His daddy tells him, son, money is the means to all ends. 14, solving complex mathematical equations. At 15, IQ 150, still elevating. 16, he develops complex software code that detects weaknesses in cybersecurity protocols. 17, and he sells his vision, keeping the share. Not yet an adult, but he's practically a millionaire. 18, and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 19, he turns a profit, stocks and shares, invest in product. 20, double down deposits. 21, his income rockets. 22, he learns the truth is just an obstacle to wealth. If you manipulate the data, then the lie will sell itself. 23, a life of luxury, crystal and cocaine. 24, he...
Okay, he's going a million miles an hour. Like, this kid has already grown all the way up that he's telling the story about. And I mean, obviously, he's setting up this miserable, horrible human being. It sounds like he was raised by a miserable, horrible human being. I'm just blown away by the audio, the piano, and his voice, and the lyrics, like the way it all comes together. It's like this, like a frenzy whipping up the whole time. It makes me emotionally feel on edge a little bit, you know.
He makes the Forbes list, they're applauding his name. 25 and his daddy tells him, listen here son, while you're sitting in that palace, that don't mean that you won. 26 a business shift, he switches business to arms. He's 27 dealing nuclear and shells in Iran. 28 inside the Senate, money bought him a seat. He's 29, a role of counsel in the president's suite. Now he's 30, his daddy says you're losing the race. You're just a servant to the king, not even in second place. 31, a big maneuver for his daddy's approval, moving imports over borders from the exports out of Cuba. 32, moving grams, growing kilos to tons. He's 33, filling warehouses with powder and guns. 34, turf war with nobody to stop it. Blind eye from the po-po inside of his pocket. 35, he gets a call. I'm sorry, son, but it's your father. Had a heart attack. I'm sorry, he's gone. 36, getting pissed off, abusing his product. 37, eyes glazed, disposition demonic. 38, with a prostitute, a moment of passion, heating up a silver spoon and then chasing the dragon. 39, getting reckless and hungry for power. Daddy's words are still driving him to kill and devour. Makes a move against the cartel, but the strategy's flawed. They retaliate and leave him in a hospital ward. A bullet buried in his vertebra and one in his leg. The doctor sighs and says, I don't think you'll be walking again. Fuck.
Okay. I had to stop. Everything, he's so very over the top and theatrical. He's so good at what he's doing. Like he pulls you in it, and like, you know, he's being over the top, but at the same time it's in a very intimate, like intense way, and it doesn't like throw you off that he's so over the top and theatrical. It's actually pulling you in even tighter, and he's delightfully unhinged. And I don't know where this is going exactly, but I feel like I'm on a roller coaster ride.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. He was 40 and he cursed the words, mine, mine, gimme. 41, he wasn't walking. 42, not walking quickly. 43, never running round the pavements of his city. 44, inside a palace with a mountain of gold. But those riches turn to rubble when perspective evolves. Weighing heavy on his conscience is the value of gold. Lamborghini for a life, trading money for souls. Jimmy followed the code inside the land of the free. Put your hand inside the cookie jar, take more than you need. And his example is exaggerated versions of me. And it's a version of him. And it's a version of she. And it's a version of you. There's no escaping the blame. The way we live is parasitic. Fuck the money and fame. Cut the music. This isn't entertainment. This is real life. The way we live is lunacy, community, it declines. Hyperpolarized, always fighting, then we divide. Truth is less important than the money that we designed. Money's an invention. Politics from our invention. They all come from people's ideas. Did I mention? Border's an invention. Law and order fuel the tension. It leads to people killing each other. My solution? Everything is subject to change. We could build utopias if individuals were taught to use their brains. But if we teach kids in schools to always be sheep and put themselves before the herd if there's more money for me, then there's no future I see where the humans survive with parasites inside a petri dish with cannibal minds. Mold will grow upon the surface and consume till it dies. And our fate could be the same without this story to the wise. "45. Jimmy comes home out of the rain, soaking wet upon a wheelchair, drinking again. He is everything he wants, he is fortune and fame. He's a fortunate fool with an unfortunate fate. With a 45 caliber aimed at his brain. 45 a fitting number cause his age is the same. Here's the words of his father. It's such a damn shame. Then he presses on the trigger of a money game.
I feel like I've just been walked through a haunted house of some sort. I don't like I don't know how to explain it because I mean visually, uh everything's kind of keeps you off kilter, the bags on the heads and stuff. It, and then in the way he's kind of frantically moving and talking and the subject matter that he's talking about, it's also it's very heavy. And was it does he rap or is it spoken word or is there a difference? I don't even know. Like but he like I don't even know what this is. Like I don't know how to explain it any more than that cuz it's not like music you jam to in the car. And it's not I guess it's the closest to musical theater maybe. Um it's entertaining and it's profound and it like teaches you something. And I mean, he's obviously talking about, consumerism and what it does to you in the chase for money and capitalism. Like I get the messages and what it does to the human soul. But the way it's delivered is what I'm more blown over by. His talent, the visualness, and I just said visualness, but I think what I mean is he's more like a visionary. Like he's doing something I don't think I've ever seen before. And I don't know how I feel because like I said, it was almost like walking through a haunted house or something. I was afraid he was gonna I didn't know what we were gonna see happen at the end. I was afraid it would go what I considered to be too far into gruesomeness. Um that's something that will stick with me. It's something I will be thinking about later. It makes me want to hear more of his music, watch more of his YouTube channel. Um, like it's a little overwhelming. Like I have to sit on this one for a while. But just as far as his talent and what I think of the job that was executed here, 10 out of 10. Like just he's got it. Like he's so overwhelmingly talented. Amazing. Amazing. I don't know the last time I've ever seen anything like that. I don't even know if I want to watch his other stuff though, because it just got me so bowled over, and it's like, whew, okay.